Good morning, Rod, Broken Nickel Garage. Getting ready to load the KLR 650 and go to an overnight camp trip. Been kind of procrastinating this month and trying to get at least a trip in every month. Now that weather's getting better, hopefully 2 or 3 weekend excursions. Just been struggling with procrastination. Kind of had to just grab my bootstrings and pull them up this morning. We'll start getting loaded. Really don't have a solid destination. I think we're going to head might go up Copper Creek over by Lincoln, Montana. Take some fishing gear and see if we can catch some dinner.
Well, good morning. We made it through the night. Wasn't terrible. Slept pretty good. I don't know what it is being outside. I had to wake it up twice to go take a leak. That's not like me at home. But it's about 1:30. I had to get up and go take a leak. Got back in, got comfortable, and probably about 20 minutes after I got back into bed, I could hear a bear grunting off in the distance. Sounded like he was probably 50 to 100 yards away. Yeah, a little unnerving, but it's all good, right? We're still here. Got down into the low 30s through the night. Frosted up pretty good, but I think it's time to brush my teeth and make some breakfast. Take you down the river. I got some dishes to wash up. Well, a creek. It's really not a river. We'll walk down to this next stretch. This is kind of it's beautiful. I don't know if it's the spot I want to try to wash my dishes in. Did it last night. It was kind of awkward, but it worked. How could you not enjoy this? Fortunately, fishing season's not quite open on these streams yet. I got a few more weeks to go. Like I said, not quite an ideal spot, but for washing dishes, but it'll get her done.
Well, we got our Pomoly tent set up, and I set up for the first time the inner bug net inner tent. Yeah, it was kind of a learning curve. I wish Pomoly would add a couple toggles to the wall so you could tie it off to the tent toggles to give a little more headroom. It's got a couple pockets and a hook up on top where I'll probably hang my lantern. I've got it set up with a cot tonight. I'm kind of testing this out for a big motorcycle rally I'm going to go to over in Crane, Oregon, Crane Hot Springs. Oh, and have not set the wood stove up. I don't know if I will. But a quick tour, single pole. It was a beautiful day riding up here. Started setting up and the clouds rolled in and it's rained on me for the last 2 hours and it's finally has stopped. But everything's dry. I definitely think it just passed the rain test. So quick tour, stove jack. That's where the chimney comes out. Got my little $20-some Amazon table. I dig it. All aluminum, clips together. Nice. I haven't gone really searching for firewood due to being stuck in here for the 2 hours with the rain. I might not. I am in a public campground. And most of the easy wood's pretty well picked over. There is some down timber that I probably could trim up and use, but a lot of work. And I just want to eat and go throw a fishing lure or two. And like a dumbass, I did not check inventory in my tank bag. I do not have any USB-C cords with me. So I'm down to about 1.5 batteries. My Insta360 1RS is dead. And this battery, well, I probably have 2 full batteries for my GoPro, which is not a whole lot, but you know. But I do like the tent. I wish, like I said, I wish they would add some toggles to help pull the headroom up. And I've set this tent up probably 5 times now. It's the first time doing the inner tent. I probably should have done that at home. It took me longer than it should have. I probably looked like a monkey doing a you-know-what to a football. And then I realized once I figured out where everything ties, I'm on the wrong stake, so it's kind of blocking my door a little. Not a big deal. I can live with it for one night. But tonight we'll be probably just doing up a steak in my MSR cook kit and my MSR pocket rocket. These things are awesome. Like 3 ounces, maybe less without the case. Just a bomb-proof, awesome little stove. This stove's close to 30 years old. It just keeps working. And I don't abuse it, but alright, I might fire the camera back up once I get my steak, and I might do some potatoes. Normally I don't cook in a tent in this area. I may step outside to cook, especially if the weather holds. Bear country and all. We've got grizzly and brown bear in this area. Alright, I think I'm going to start some dinner. Yeah, I'd much rather do it on a grill on an open flame, but I'm not going to spend the time looking for wood tonight after sitting in this tent for 2 hours while it was pouring rain. Kind of lost a lot of daylight, and I still want to do a little bit of fishing. Well, we got a New York strip cooking and doing its thing. It's a good sound, isn't it? Give it some more pepper. Yeah, just using some coconut oil. Nice and hard, holds up pretty well, pretty durable. Never tried it with a New York strip steak. We'll see how this works. It's just good for medium heat. And yeah, I need to get some smaller containers. This is too big to take moto camping all the time. Gotta have some pepper. And more. Oh yeah, I brought some stew. Could have done that. Steak sounded better, so I had to stop and get some. Oatmeal for the morning. Dessert for tonight, Chips Ahoy. Woo! We're eating good tonight. I picked these up. I haven't tried these yet. Look like a real quick, easy protein snack. No draining, just you eat it right out of the bag or put it on a bagel. I didn't bring any kind of breads with me today, but a lot of times bagels I find work better than bread. They're a little more durable. More chicken. Oh, I had some potatoes. Yeah, I might do some of these yet tonight. That's kind of what I was looking for. Definitely probably gonna get a little more done in the middle than the edges on it. I like my steaks a little more raw to medium rare. Now that's a steak knife. Ah, beautiful steak. grocery store in Lincoln has some good meat there. Never stop, get a chance. You're camping in this area, Lincoln, Montana. Check out the grocery store. It's not big, but they have good stuff. Bring the water to a boil. We'll have some potatoes here shortly. Well, what's your go-to food when you get out camping? Quite often, a lot of times they do brats, hot dogs, simple stuff, mac and cheese. But boy, a good steak, can't beat that. Yeah, I got the center a little towards medium, but yeah, I should have got mushrooms and onions and decked it out a little better, but oatmeal, American classic. I know there's advantages to staying in a campground per se, public campground. You already got established fire rings and picnic tables and usually a bathroom and sometimes even natural spring water. I'll show you a natural pump here before we go. Well, if you're on the fence about learning how to camp or getting out and doing it, start small, find a local campground near you, maybe even a KOA. And go down, set up your tent and sleeping bag and see what happens. For me, there's something about the solitude when I'm alone. Like I said, this is still April, so there's literally nobody in the campgrounds. Most people aren't camping yet. If you do camp and it's still springtime, be prepared for cold nights. Don't buy a cheap Walmart summertime sleeping bag and think that's going to keep you warm. My main bag I have been using is a Kelty Cosmic 20, I think. You know, it's a down sleeping bag rated to 20 degrees. And if I know it's going to be less than 35, maybe even 30, 35, I add a liner. Liners suck. It's just one. They give you more warmth. They do that. It's just getting in and out of them takes a lot more effort. But if you're can afford a good sleeping bag, go as much sleeping bag as you can. Good 0-degree bag. But then the trade-off on a colder rating bag is they will pack up a little bigger than a little sleeping bag with less insulation. Gotta have my Diet Pepsi. It's a horrible crutch. camera can pick up on the sound of the stream. I love the sound of a stream or a river in the background. Grew up playing on streams and fishing and swimming holes. And let's say I slept pretty good. It was definitely coldest around 5:30 this morning. That woke me up. I was not freezing, but I was definitely on the chilly side. And I was kind of wishing I had spent the time and effort to get some firewood and have the wood stove going. That is such a neat blessing to have in a tent. And now that I'm using that cot, so I bought a cot, a lightweight camping sleeping bag cot. And it sets up higher, which makes a world of difference when you're sitting next to that wood stove. Heat kind of radiates up, and the stove's about 4 inches off the floor. So if I'm laying on the ground right next to it, you're missing some of that heat. Game changer. I probably only have one more outing with this tent for the year, until fall anyhow. We'll see, but it's big, and it's kind of I'm still figuring out how to make a good system for setting it up. I'm slow, like I said. Installing the inner tent added a lot of time yesterday because I had no idea which way was which on it. Now I have a pretty good idea. I think I could set the tent up in probably 25 minutes if I'm hustling. 30 to 40 probably if I'm just putting along doing it. I'm still trying to figure out how to get the floor rent right on that on the teepee part of the tent. So I seem to always end up with one wall kind of in a weird angle. Yeah. But I do like it. I highly recommend Pomoly tents. No, I'm not paid. Everything I have and I am using was earned by my own hard work and sweat. Nobody gave me a damn thing. So for me to spend money on it, I'm going to be pretty damn honest if I think it's good or bad. So why did I decide to buy a KLR 650? Some thought went into it, of course. I've been riding on street bikes for years, Gold Wings and cruisers. Well, last year when I turned 54, I thought, I really want to do some adventure riding. A little bit, nothing hardcore. And I watched a lot of reviews, did a lot of reading, and I decided to go more budget route. KLR is actually a really capable bike in the right hands. I know I can't do it justice. See there, maybe the wind's better. Put the visor down. It's just a work mule. I'm now at almost 2,000 miles on this one. A lot more coming this summer. I bought it at the end of last summer. But
You know, what a culture to be on a KLR. I mean, there's so many people that you can reach out to. I find most KLR owners are very helpful if you have questions or concerns. And for what it can do, it's hard to beat it for the value. That new little Himalayan 450, that's probably another fabulous little budget bike. There's someone gonna go tear up some mud. You know, the suspension's not terrible on it. It's got a really comfortable seat for what it is. I mean, it's not a Goldwing. It's not a BMW. The wind protection, especially in the budget value, pretty hard to beat the wind protection. And if you really need more windshield, there's aftermarket. The aftermarket world up for the KLR is huge. I mean, I'm finding new stuff all the time. Wow, that's cool. It's no speed demon, and once a person gets past and understands what a KLR is and is not, it's a fabulous bike. Take you around the world. I got a lot of gear actually loaded. I got a big tent, hot tent, wood stove, a bunch of crap on here, and it does well with it. I'm probably, counting the food I had, water, a couple soda pops, tools, spare tubes, I'm probably close to 90 pounds of gear right now. Definitely not my normal camping loadout. The headlights on this thing, which I bought the adventure model, the lights are really great. The running lights that come with it, with the adventure model, they're wonderful. That was more of the selling point for me to buy the adventure. And it came with some pannier racks, of course, and the hard shell cases, which are a little cheesy, but it's something to start with. I've always enjoyed being in the outdoors. I've been camping and playing in the outdoors since I was a little kid. And you know, going on some of these, even just logging roads on my Goldwing I had, yeah, it was definitely sketchy at times. I like getting out as much as I can. You'll be seeing more and more videos. Ideally, if I could, I would make this to a full-time gig. You know, take people out for rides, teach them basics about camping, wilderness. I'm no hardcore bushcrafter by any means, but like I said, I've been doing it for quite a while. Had great weather coming up here. I just ran to Copper Creek. It's by Lincoln, Montana. Beautiful area. You ever get a chance, stop in Lincoln. It's a great little town. A lot of good people. Usually bring the wife and some of the kids up here in the summer. We do some huckleberry picking. The KLR may not have a lot of horsepower, and horsepower to weight ratio, there's a lot better bikes, of course. That big single cylinder sure makes torque. Just kind of tugs you right along. But thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoy this, and leave me a thumbs up. It'd be greatly appreciated. Thank you.